I came back to Vietnam in 1992.
I'm born in a tribe. These people were the hunters and gatherers.
I lived inside the hotel until I was about 5 to 6.
I'm born in a family of 10.
I'm an associate professor, the Faculty of Government.
I started working very early in a state-owned company.
I applied for economics university.
I want every person in every nation to have a chance to have a good home, good education, good health care and safety.
I am happy.
Yeah, I love my job.
I love my country. I love our people.
I'm also passionate about the question of prosperity and economic growth.
People have to have a good life. People have to feel like they can afford their life.
That's why a nation's wealth is important. It creates prosperity for all of us. But we are seeing threats to our democracy.
You cannot have a democracy without participation.
The rule of law is wobbling. We are overregulating our markets.
Today, we have a lot of challenges.
If we don't move fast enough, then we are going to run behind.
Growth in the Western world is slowing down. The cost of living is going up. Young families cannot afford to buy a home. People are worried about their future. Why are some nations and their people prosperous, while other nations and their people remain poor?
Across 5 continents, we explore 3 nations chasing prosperity and one entrepreneur's formula for achieving it. From Europe's great success story in the 1600s to today's richest nation, we ask what happens when the drivers of prosperity are followed or forgotten. Weiderslot Castle was built in 1285. It evokes a lifestyle of opulence and power. But were the people who lived here truly prosperous?
Can you imagine living in a castle like this? The people who once called it home weren't kings and queens, just ordinary nobles. Still, their lives must have been extraordinary. Luxury, abundant food, and grand parties. A world of elegance and privilege.
13th century nobles were the wealthiest people in the land. Still, they ruled a world that lacked the common comforts that we have today. There was no running water, no heat, cold floors. Disease hid in the shadows. Medicine was rudimentary.
This is the toilet.
And daily hygiene was a challenge.
Not quite what we're used to.
A stark reminder of how harsh life really was.
You and I would probably be poor, working 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, with little time for family and friends and hardly any education. While the average lifespan was 37 years, you could live to 60 if you made it through childhood. Still, a staggering 1/3 of all children died before the age of 5. Today, the world is vastly richer. How did this happen? The story of humanity is a story of very, very slow growth and then an explosion of wealth. For most of our history, we were poor, and then suddenly rich.
Henrik Ekelund is the author of How Nations Win. He is the founder and chairman of a global consulting company and has advised major organizations across 6 continents, traveling to over 120 nations.
A nation's wealth is our assets, the resources we have like infrastructure, factories, and human capital. Mine is our liabilities, the debt we have. And prosperity is created by how we use these assets and the incomes we generate. What does prosperity mean for you and me? Hopefully it means a good home to live in, a job that we like, food on the table, education, healthcare, and the knowledge that our children will have the chance for this as well. Did any nations have wealth before the present day? In fact, there wasn't a clear, standout, prosperous nation with a large middle class until the Netherlands took off during the Dutch Golden Age. These houses were built in the 1600s when Amsterdam was the wealthiest city in the world. Just become independent of Spain, and it was prospering.